Imagine meeting someone who's funny, confident, and easy on the eyes. You like them. They seem likable. You want to know them better. And based on your initial impression, you start to fill in the blanks. You assume they're not only attractive on the outside, but smart, trustworthy, and kind on the inside. You may think you've learned a lot about them, but have you? Did you really judge their character, or did you just fall for their looks? This is called the halo effect, and it happens all the time. In this video, we'll look at how the halo effect works and how it can affect your judgment. We'll also teach you how to spot it so it doesn't trick you. Have you ever judged a book by its cover? Have you ever thought someone's appearance had nothing to do with who they are? Yeah, us neither. Most of the time, we judge people by their looks. When we meet someone new, we tend to form an overall impression of them based on their appearance. And then we use that impression to judge their other traits. Like if someone is physically attractive, we might assume they're also intelligent, trustworthy, or kind, even without any evidence. Now, we all do this, but that doesn't make it logical. It's a mental shortcut our brain uses to quickly make judgments about others. And while it can be useful, it can also lead to wrong conclusions. Let's dive into why. The halo effect was first described in 1920 by American psychologist Edward Thorndike. He studied military evaluations and found that officers didn't rate soldiers on each trait individually. Instead, they formed a general opinion of the soldier and used it to judge everything else. For example, if an officer saw a soldier who looked neat, he assumed they were also disciplined, strong, and intelligent, even if there was no proof. In 1959, researchers at Ohio State University gave students descriptions of their classmates and asked them to rate those traits. The students didn't judge each quality separately, but grouped similar traits together and formed a general opinion. And in 1977, researchers at the University of Minnesota confirmed these findings. Participants rated attractive people higher on personality traits, even though the two qualities weren't connected. So what is it? Essentially, it happens when our overall impression of someone, usually based on a single positive quality like looks or charisma, influences how we view their other traits. It's like having a magnifying glass for certain qualities. If someone has one great quality, we assume they have many. Let's say you meet someone who's confident and charming. You might also think they're honest, reliable, and competent, even without any proof. Or maybe you see someone who's physically attractive and stylish. You might assume they're also intelligent, sophisticated, and refined, even if there's no evidence. The halo effect is everywhere once you know what to look for. It happens in workplaces, classrooms, courts, TV shows, and even online. In hiring, it might mean that an attractive or confident candidate gets more callbacks and better job offers than someone with stronger qualifications. In marketing, celebrities endorse products they know nothing about, but we buy them anyway because we transfer their positive traits to the brand. In education, teachers may expect more from students who appear neat, confident, or well-prepared, leading to grading bias. In court, juries may be more lenient toward good-looking defendants while harsher toward those who appear less polished. And online, influencers with large followings may be seen as experts in various fields, even if their claims aren't backed up. Basically, it's the tendency to think someone is good at everything just because they're good at one thing. And it's not always about looks. Confidence, social status, or other impressive qualities can create the same effect. So why does this happen? Because our brains love shortcuts. Carefully analyzing every trait of every person takes energy, so we generalize. If someone's good at one thing, we assume they're probably good at others too. This worked in ancient times when quick judgments about allies or leaders could mean survival. But in modern life, the halo effect creates bias. We may trust unqualified leaders. We may ignore flaws in people we admire. We may overvalue appearances and undervalue substance. It saves time, but at the cost of accuracy. Imagine you're hiring for a creative marketing role. A confident and charming candidate walks in. They're well-dressed and speak passionately about their experience. You're impressed. Their confidence and charisma make you think they're the perfect fit. You hire them and put them on a high-profile project, but after a few weeks, you notice their work lacks creativity. They struggle to come up with fresh ideas, and their presentations are uninspired. Despite their previous confidence, they now seem unsure of themselves. Turns out their charm hid a lack of skills. You made a costly mistake because you fell for the halo effect. By understanding how it works, you can avoid falling for it. Here are some tips. First, slow down your judgments. Before jumping to conclusions, pause and reflect on your first impressions. Ask yourself where your opinions are based on facts or just your feelings. Separate traits. Don't group similar traits together. Judge each quality on its own, not as part of a whole. For example, don't let someone's physical attractiveness influence your opinion of their intelligence or honesty. Look for objective evidence. Instead of relying on impressions, seek measurable skills, facts, or past behavior. For example, if you're hiring, focus on relevant skills and experience rather than just the candidate's personality. To sum it up, the halo effect happens when we let our overall impression of someone, often based on a single positive trait, shape how we see their other qualities. But here's the thing. It's a subconscious bias we all have. Recognizing it is the first step to overcoming it. Think about it. We often make judgments about others in a flash. We observe their appearance, body language, and the way they present themselves. And based on that, we form an impression. But is that impression always accurate? Do looks really have nothing to do with who someone is? The halo effect suggests not. It reminds us to look beyond surface impressions and consider each trait individually. Here's a question for you. Have you ever judged someone based on their looks or appearance? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and subscribing for more Psychology Explained.